Hello, everyone. I'm Nibiria from Nibiria's Naturals and Cases of Evolutionary Empowerment, and I'm glad to be here right now with you guys. I'm hearing Justin Timberlake, Mirrors. You are the love of my life. You are the love of my life. So I'm hearing that. It's like in my mirror staring back at me. Couldn't get any bigger with anyone else beside me. And now it's clear it's this promise that we're making, two reflections into one. It's like you're my mirror staring back at me. So I'm feeling that someone is realizing that you're the love of their life and that you reflect them, or that they see a reflection of you in themselves or themselves in you. So someone is realizing that they're seeing you as their other half or their better half. I'm also hearing this song by Guy Sebastian, Before I Go. Just one more thing before I go, before the final curtains close. What is he saying? No, just one more thing before I go, before I let you take the throne. You go right and I stay left, and if you ever get too close, you'll know my name before I go. Just one more thing before the end, though time has never been a friend. Something like that. Anyway, you should listen to that song. I'm feeling like this is Divine Masculine 211. When I said that, and then 212. I've been seeing palindrome numbers. So palindrome numbers are numbers that read the same forwards and backwards, like 222. I just saw that. My point is this: Guy Sebastian. Look up the name Guy, Guy Sebastian, Before I Go. And I feel like Divine Masculine is telling the karmic situation that you thought you had me. You thought that I was done, but I'm stronger up against the ropes. I am a fighter. Before this fight is over, you'll know my name before I go. Basically, what that song is saying is, and what he's saying to the karmic is, you thought you had me. You thought that you had me in this mindset. You had me trapped with your mind games. You had me trapped with your lies, with your witchcraft, with your voodoo, with your sexual manipulation, your mental manipulation, your psychological warfare games, your narcissistic approach. You psychologically and mentally and spiritually abusing me. But I'm stronger when I'm up against the rope. And it's like Divine Masculine is going through, is awakened, and he's saying that the song is in my head, y'all, and I'm trying to catch the lyrics. But he's saying that you thought that you had me in a position where you had control of me. But he's thinking for himself, and he's seeing through the illusions. And I'm feeling like he's realizing that this person doesn't reflect at all who I am now. Maybe that person or that situation or that group of people reflect who they used to be, or the perception or the persona that they were given to the world. So like at first they had like their mask on and they were just being with ego, whatever they thought looked good. It looked like I have my shit together. It looks like I'm prestigious. It looks like I'm a respectable person. And it was about having the things that, it was all about the look of it. I look successful versus I am successful. I look like a respectable person versus I am a respectable person. I look like I have money versus I actually do got money. I look like I'm well put together and well groomed, but on the inside, am I actually a whole person inside? Like, I got on the whole outfit, I got on the whole, look. I got the whole look. I got my watch, I got my bracelets, I got my earrings, I got my jewelry, I got my rings, I got my, I got my nice shoes, my nice name brand shoes, X brand here, my nice X brand here clothes, and then they're put together and I'm in my X brand here vehicle, versus I'm actually a whole person within, and I have confidence within myself, and I recognize my self-worth and my self-value. Well, at some point I'm feeling like this masculine did not have to have any of that because they had the persona. And this is what we find often in the 3D world, where your material based life is what takes precedent. But as we move into the fifth dimension, then it's important to understand the shift from the 3D physical, secular, carnal, materialistic, ego-centered existence to something more holistic, dealing with you as an individual, mind, body, spirit, collective, one, singular. Mental health is important in this aspect, whereas you didn't have to have good mental health to look like you got it all together. You're just playing a role. Well, when the mask comes off, who are you really? And so what I'm feeling like, this person is realizing that the life that they had been accustomed to is not who they are really, that it was a part of the persona, it was a part of the mask. Because I have been seeing Spirit been talking to me about false happiness, people that's in relationships just because it looks good. It looks good to be in a relationship with this person because this person has a good job at XYZ location, and this person has degrees from XYZ college and certifications from XYZ place and location. I don't know. I'm just not trying to give out no names or nothing. But it's like on paper, this relationship looks good. To the public eye, these people should go together well. However, what's on the inside is what really counts. It's like having a new vehicle, and the new vehicle is clean as hell on the outside, but the inside is tore up. Like, no one will see the inside unless they get into the car, and I'm only going to allow certain people into the car. Well, who are you going to allow into the car? You're going to allow people into the car who resonate with that frequency of filth and something torn up, because you're not going to invite someone who you feel like, the inside of their car is clean all the time, and then you telling them to sit in your car, they're going to look at your car like, what is that? But this is about you. This is about your spirit. So basically, you're going to attract what's on the inside. You're going to attract like attracts like. So likewise, you might have a car that's clean as fuck on the inside, and on the outside it's always dirty, but it's what's on the inside that counts. And somebody's like, nah, that car look dirty, but on the inside it's gleaming and beaming and it's comfortable, and got heated seats and all that stuff. Well, they driving around on the inside of the vehicle. Someone values one thing and someone values the other. It may even be the case with your divine counterpart. One of you is more 3D based, or had been more 3D based, and the other one's more spiritual based, fifth dimensional based. But there has to come a point where there has to be a balance that occurs. So the shift happened. The shift happened and the energies flip-flop. So the one who was more spiritual based is now working on their physical life, and the one who was more physical based is now working on their spiritual life. And because this energy flip-flop has taken place, you see that masculine is sort of like, this ain't resonating with me no more. This is not who I am anymore. This is not my life. This is not what I want to do. This is not where I want to be. And so what they're doing is they're reevaluating and they're taking inventory. Because I'm hearing, let me take inventory. That was something off of Canton Spirituals when I was a kid. My grandma used to listen to it. I don't even remember the song. But I'm hearing, I've been struggling I've been straining, but I'm on my way home. Yeah, yeah, struggling. I've been lied on, straining. I've been talked about, struggling. Ooh, straining. So basically, this masculine is saying that he's been through a lot. He's been through a lot of tower moments. He's been struggling. He's been straining, but he's on his way home. I'm hearing, I'm coming back home, home where love is waiting for me. Been gone much too long. This is where I want to be, or I'm meant to be. So I feel like he's coming back home to himself. Come back home to himself. And come back home to himself means balancing divine masculine, divine feminine aspects within self. And this could be, it doesn't have to be about a couple of people. It could be you coming home to yourself and you're balancing the feminine energy, balancing her masculine energy, and returning back to herself and realizing, maybe she had been overly masculine, or had to be overly masculine because she had to do a lot of things by herself. And now she's coming back into realizing that, I'm not an island. I can accept and receive. I need to be in the receptive energy. So there's another flip-flop energy that I'm feeling that is occurring, where the divine feminine has been, there was one set of divine feminines who have been, always desiring a masculine energy in their life, but had to become their own masculine energy, and then having to be ridiculed and judged for being in the masculine role, pursuing their career, just basically living their life, handling their business, because it's just them. And it's not about being masculine or anything, honestly. It's just about survival. Just like there have been masculines who have, for the sake of survival, because of how this world is set up and how the systems are set up to where black males specifically have a very hard time, in general, they have a very hard time in general. But that's not an excuse, but because it's been set up that way, then they've been more in their feminine energy, and they've been looking for someone who they can be codependent on and live off of, or coexist with. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm happy here, or that I love this person, or that I want to be here. It's about, okay, this survival one-on-one. You got a good job, I can't get one right now, I'm looking and I'm struggling. And it's like everything was created to keep that person in that position so that they can never rise to their true form. And everything was created to keep that feminine energy in the masculine energy so she can never rise to her true form. So everyone is actually out of order. And everything that's been happening with these energies over the past 3-4 years, since 2020 has been to recalibrate the energy and restructure our I want to say relationships, but it's not just restructuring our relationships, but relationships are a very core, like at the core of our societal structure. Is restructuring society. It's not something that's easily done, because there's hard work that needs to be done. Hard work that needs to be done includes doing your soul work, clearing out negative karma, clearing out breaking generational curses, discovering those things within yourself that need to heal, and actually doing the soul work to make that happen. So what I'm seeing here is that the masculine is actually detaching. It's detaching because in his karmic situations, his feminine energy was being abused. And his masculine energy was being stumped on, and so he may have been overly masculinated, or had narcissistic tendencies, because that was his environment. His environment was that of narcissists, and in order to survive it, he had to become that. He had to adapt, and so he may have treated his feminine the same way he was being treated. And so divine feminine took a lot of hits in that department, but then at the same time, it taught her to balance herself out in not being so, because in most cases the feminine energy is the empath, not the feminine energy is the empath. So taught her to protect herself and to master her gift and master her spirituality. Well, once she accepted those roles and did the soul work and the shadow work necessary for that, then she was able to go through her test. Everybody gotta you once you learn the lesson, you gotta have a test, endure the test, and once it was proven that it was time for her to move on, now she's about to take another leap of faith. Now, the leap of faith that I'm seeing that Divine Feminine is about to take is into her new beginning, because she is closing up all the chapters that in all them past books. She just closing the books up, starting a whole new book. Is the Divine Feminine moving on to a soulmate, or will her masculine catch up and run past her to meet her there? This is the question that everyone has right now, because in the past, where feminine has had to compete for the masculine's attention because he's had all these karmic situations in his life that has to be cleared up. Now feminine's in a location, in a place in her life where she has options. And this is not just the way you think. She has options in love. She has options in career. She has options in relocating. She has options in vehicles. She got options because she has done the soul work that has opened up the doors. So now she's in a space of resting, because she's about to make a major decision that is going to shift her entire life. And what door she chooses to open and walk through is the one that she is going in, and all other doors are going to be closed. Yes, that includes all doors to the past. That includes all doors to Divine Masculine, if Divine Masculine hasn't taken a route, like I said, go around and meet her somewhere. I am a believer that what is destined cannot be stopped. What is destined to happen will happen. So I feel like there's no such thing as a wrong decision. Now, why do I say that? And then some of my readers say, oh, somebody made a bad decision. The person made the bad decision. Bad decision. That's perspective. But you only gain that perspective through the experience. So if it seems like a good decision to make right then, but then when you start seeing that it's not going the direction you thought it was going to go, then you will label it a bad decision. Well, all of it is learning. Karmic situation, the karmic people, the karmic jobs, the karmic cars, the things that keep on going bump in the night and revisiting you and triggering you back into your dark place and into your shell. Those things are meant to teach you, meant to grow you. Yes, they attempt to destroy you. But if you choose to see it from a victim mentality, then you will see that these people are attacking you, and that they're trying to destroy you, and they're trying to kill your ministry, your gift, your energy, your purpose, your light. But if you change and transmute that energy, this shows your growth. This shows your conscious awareness, and it shows where you are spiritually on your own personal journey. You shift that to, I'm learning something. What am I learning? Why? What a part of me resonates with this situation? This abusive person who speaks and says cruel things to me. Why do I allow this person to speak to me that way? What in me makes me feel like I deserve that? What in me makes me feel like... Now, me personally, I listen. Why do I listen? Because I'm curious about humans, and sometimes I'm bored. So someone who's thinking that they're talking down on me, my shield is usually pretty good. If I feel like my shield kind of shaking, this person could get under my skin, click, I hang up the phone in their face, or I just walk away from them, or I just say, hey, look, conversation over. I've learned to put up those boundaries. But sometimes I do listen, because I realize that this person is completely oblivious to that everything that they're saying, they're talking about themselves. Personal attacks. They'll say something like, you a woman, so you need a man. And I'm like, This is your opening statement for me to choose you. Y'all, no offense to somebody who said that. It's just that sometimes not sometimes. Let me just go ahead and shoot to the chase, y'all. A narcissist, or a person with narcissistic tendencies, or an unhealed person who is codependent, or who is wanting you in their life because you brought some benefit to them, but they brought or they feel guilty about how they treated you. Sometimes those people are coming back because they're guilty and they would like to apologize and make things right. Sometimes those people are coming back because they feel like you are supposed to beg them to stay, and you didn't do that. So they came back to see, like, you weren't supposed to actually succeed after you left me. You were supposed to find out that I was the best thing in your world. This is the narcissist. This is the demon. You weren't supposed to actually become successful. You weren't actually supposed to be able to take care of yourself. And you can just be like, hang up the phone, cut that off, because that's your past calling you, and that's your past pain calling you, and that's your past trauma calling you, that's your past life calling you, and what? The past don't exist. So don't sit there and take that and don't listen to that. If someone's coming to reconcile with you to make things right, then they will be doing that. You can decide how you want to handle that, but someone who's trying to apologize to you will not sit there and try to belittle and demean you while they're making their apology. Yeah, hurt people, but you don't have to listen to that apology if that apology is starting to make you feel like they're blaming you. And they are covert narcissists, so they will sneak and tell you stuff. Why am I saying all this? Because Divine Masculine is going through this, and Divine Feminine is going to be as she works towards shifting into the next dimension of her new beginning. People from your past are coming back. We got these past energies. I'm calling past life energies, because they may be from a past life if you consider reincarnation only being born, but not dying and being reborn. But I consider past life energies anything that you could have had done in this lifetime, but you were a different version of yourself when you went through it or you did it. So I feel like that's a past life. For instance, I consider my marriage a past life karmic connection, because I'm not that person I was when I was married to that person, and that person is no longer who. I really don't know. They might still be the same person, just in disguise. I don't know. But I know that I've changed. I can only speak for me. And I consider that a past life connection. So, past life connections, past life soulmates will come back around for Divine Feminine to see what she has learned. And also because back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot, hoes all on me. That's what I'm hearing. I said back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot, hoes all on me. So people who may have rejected you in the past now feel like you amaze me. I'm just shuffling. And they haven't changed. I don't want to change. I'm comfortable here. They don't want you to change. They don't want you to change. You amaze me. While you got some people who feel like you amaze them, or someone is amazed that you was able to escape that bullshit they was throwing, but they were saying they don't want to change. They're comfortable there. And that crab effect, they don't want you to move out. And that's what masculine is going through. Divine Masculine is going through that with his karmic. I need to heal from past situations. This is what masculine is going through, having to heal from past situations. And that may be why he had not come forward yet to his Divine Feminine, or and that's why he's still resonating. Excuse me, you guys. Ooh, me yawning. Because he tired. Oh, Lord, he tired. The man exhausted. The masculine is exhausted. that aspect of self, that of himself, that was resonating with that, says that it needs to heal from past situations. So that is why he might have stayed in that position or that condition, or at least why you stayed in the position and condition, even with your divine masculine, your counterpart, when they were in the toxic energy, is because you needed to heal from past life situations. So you both were going through the same thing, and you both didn't want to change. You might have been very fixed in the way that you saw the world, and you didn't want to change your mind, and you didn't want to change your job. You were comfortable there. But past situations, healing from past situations, you maybe have been afraid to move forward because you have been taught that, you know, the unknown is scary. And it is. It can be scary, but it can be an adventure. You know, you can't have an adventure without a couple thrills, you know. Without a couple, you know, it's not an adventure if you already know what's going on, you guys. It's not. Even when you're having an imaginary adventure, you're making it up along the way. It's the same thing with your life. It's true. 25:55. I don't want to be alone anymore. And I'm feeling like you're both saying this. You're mirroring this energy, because I didn't ask for divine masculine or divine feminine, but I'm feeling with this, I need to heal from past situations. When you resonated with that toxic energy of your divine masculine, and when your masculine resonated with toxic energy of the karmic situation, it was because they needed to heal from past situations. And I don't want to be alone anymore is divine feminine. Is like, shucks. I feel like this more so divine masculine, honestly, because divine masculine was in a karmic situation and wasn't alone, but wasn't alone physically, because he might have been in a relationship or a connection. And so it's saying that they don't want to be alone anymore. But I'm also seeing that they want that feminine, because that was the energy of I feel like with that, just one more thing before I go, moving out. I'm seeing moving out energy, or leaving or walking away. But I'm also seeing divine feminine is like, look, I've been by myself all this time. I don't want to do this anymore. So she may be walking off to a soulmate. Again, this is the question, whether divine feminine is going to own a soulmate. I feel like they're both in independent studies. They have the choice to move forward together in some kind of way, rebuild, or go into independent studies and maybe connect later. That's what I'm feeling like right now, because there's like waves and levels, and I feel like one wave is ready for a reconciliation and a reunion, and another wave is deciding to go on independent studies. This is a decision. They have the right and they have the opportunity to come back together, but I feel like there is a wave of twin flames who are choosing to go on separate soul missions, with the intent of coming together at a later date. So this spring, there are some who are going to begin taking their connection to the next level, and there are some who have healed but choose not to be together in a romantic relationship. I'm feeling like the masculine that is saying, I don't want to change, I'm comfortable here. Somebody's masculine is deciding to repeat the karmic cycle with the karmic. It's going back into the karmic loop. And that masculine's divine feminine is going to a soulmate, because she's saying, I don't want to be alone anymore. So there is a group of twin flames. This is the delayed, I'm calling this gonna be delayed gratification, y'all. Because I don't know, it was not really gonna be delayed, because I feel like this divine feminine who's moving on to a soulmate, this is gonna be her life partner. So if her masculine comes to reconcile with her later, it will be a friendship, or Lord have mercy, they're gonna start another karmic cycle. Technically they're gonna start another karmic cycle. Why did that just come to me? I didn't want to know that. Divine feminine, if your masculine chooses to go back into the loop, it's a possibility y'all finna be locked in another cycle, because once he frees himself and comes back to you, if you ain't settled and happy in your situation, if you prematurely made the decision to go towards a soulmate, and that's not your life partner, soulmate, but they were just helping you to heal, this situation is not gonna last. Just like the karmic situation, they was meant to learn to listen so they can heal. That's not gonna last. I'm feeling like right now it's just an energy of, if you enter into a new relationship and it's not, well, how do I put this? Yeah, I was gonna say, if you enter into a new relationship and it's not your twin flame reunion that you've been doing the soul work towards, is not going to last. Because I'm seeing, I'm just exploring. I don't know what I want. So I feel like you both might be in that energy for this group that is not coming into union. Yeah, heartbreak made me right here. I'm making wiser decisions. And sexual fantasies, I will do what you desire. Okay, so the reason why you're having to heal from these past situations, heartbreak made you, or made this masculine the way he was, or made you the way you were, or made you to be the one to decide that you don't want to be alone anymore, you're gonna walk on. I'm seeing that making wiser decisions. Okay, so from the feminine standpoint, who's saying heartbreak made me, she's saying that you made her grow, made her learn the lessons, and made her decide that she wants to move on. Because see, making wiser decisions, because of this heartbreak, they both learning to make wiser decisions. And this sexual energy, though, is going with the union energy. I'm seeing with the you amaze me. I'm having to organize the energies here, you guys. What's at the bottom of the deck? Your masculine is having, okay, so for the group that's not associated, okay, whether you coming into union with your masculine, because I'm reading for 3 different groups of people, looking like you come into union with your masculine, and even if you're in separate spaces with your masculine, they're having sexual fantasies about you, and they're thinking about how amazing you are. Because again, you're just like you're my mirror. And here it says the head for me. So I'm feeling like you give really good oral sex, and your divine masculine has been thinking about it, or your divine masculine gives you really good oral sex and you've been thinking about it. But I'm seeing that you guys, someone is saying, you amaze me, sexual fantasies, I would do what you desire. So they're coming towards you, telling you that they'll do what it takes to please you sexually, because they're having sexual desires towards you. But I don't feel like this is just, I don't feel like this is just sexual energy. This is just how the masculine expresses his feelings. But you have to be discerning, because when your masculine is in toxic energy and when they are being sincere. But it's the head for me. I'm feeling like this is for the group, the ones that are coming together. I'm gonna check the energies, but I'm feeling like maybe you asked this person for some head, and they willing to do it now. Maybe they saying they're gonna do whatever it is that you desire. I don't know. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah, and I see, and I want to eat you up. So yeah, someone's masculine. It says you are my king or queen. So somebody's masculine is having sexual fantasies about things that they want to do to you, and they want to eat you up, and or they want some head. Somebody's having some very strong sexual energy. They're lusting. They are dreaming. They are thinking about you, but they have family issues. Having family issues, and I feel like family issues might be these generational curses and they might be literally family issues, like maybe heartbreak made me making wiser decisions. Family issues. Maybe this person is focusing more on their family now, trying to make better, wiser decisions for their family. They're realizing that being unhealed internally is not helping. Maybe this person has children, and they're wanting to heal themselves so that they can be a better example and better parent to their children. I love this. needing to heal from past situations so they can be a better parent. This also may mean walking away from a karmic that doesn't want to change, but is codependent and doesn't want to be alone. But it's this confusing energy that they don't know what they want to do. I'm more logical than emotional. So this person who has the family issues is in their logical mind right now, but I'm also seeing divine feminine in her logical mind, saying that I don't want to be alone anymore, and making wiser decisions about her family as well. I'm seeing you guys mirroring each other very strongly. You need to set boundaries with me is here. So divine masculine needs to set boundaries with his karmic, and divine feminine needs to set boundaries with a masculine. You are unique, and I'm not emotionally satisfied. So they're realizing the uniqueness of each other. I'm feeling more so that this is divine masculine, realize the uniqueness of his divine feminine versus, because he has the karmic to compare her to right now. So, I mean, he's starting to see that this isn't the situation. And that this person isn't who he thought they were. And so because of that, he's not emotionally satisfied. Because this person doesn't provide emotional support. The karmic situation doesn't provide emotional support. The divine feminine provided the emotional support, provided the peaceful peace and the light and encouragement. I'm afraid you'll reject me if I come back. So if I come to you. So yeah, this is masculine again. I'm getting a divorce. We broke up. Yeah, I told you that he's walking away. And I'm insecure. Right now, he's not secure. But he's done playing games. I'm saying I'm done playing games. Sex with you is magical. So, yeah. And I'm emotionally available. So, I feel like he's saying he's not emotionally satisfied with the karmic situation. But now he's emotionally available. And he's been thinking about how fulfilling and how he connects emotionally with you during sex. How he's done playing games, but he had been insecure in the past, or he's insecure, or maybe it's finances aren't secure. The insecurity isn't always about emotional, you guys. Sometimes the insecurity is about not having financial stability, or not having what he would consider, or what a feminine would consider security. I'm feeling like this person is not at the top of their game, because if you remember, it was about the look of having things together, but really it was a burning building all along. It just was collapsing on the inside, and the outside was still intact. So the outside is starting to crumble now, and this building is condemned. But I'm seeing here is that ass for me. So again, divine masculine is thinking very heavily about you. And may have been sleeping around with a lot of partners, but I'm feeling like this is the karmic. The karmic he's discovering that the karmic has been sleeping around with a lot of partners, and the karmic right here is saying, I'm a lesson for you, because maybe the masculine had slept around, or had and then sleeping around is not always about sex, you guys, because sometimes when I read these cards, the message has a meaning of being infidelist, or someone who is not just feeling basically sleeping around energy. Yes, they may have cheated, or they might have slept around multiple partners, or they might have had multiple situationships. Yes, that's why the karmic cycle is going on. That's why the building is burning down from the inside and collapsing. That's why it looked like life was together and it's not. But I'm also getting the energy of this person had too many people in their business, and this karmic situation had other people in their business as well. And I feel like this sleeping around, it feels like what I'm hearing is I got into bed with the devil. So someone made a pact or a deal with the devil, or was dealing with something dark, or some dark energy, or honestly, y'all, I'm seeing some spell work where a karmic might have gotten into bed with a spellcaster. Like they could have literally had sex with a spellcaster and been talking about their masculine, and had this person put something on this masculine energy, or they got in bed with a situation that somehow got this masculine entwined into some kind of conspiracy, or some kind of drama, or some kind of legal issue. Either way, and I'm also seeing someone who went to a reader who was also a spellcaster, and they was like, oh, I'm gonna teach him a lesson, he want to leave me. But I'm also seeing that this is karma that is going on the masculine, because when he had the opportunity to get out of that, and he didn't listen to his intuition, his ancestors, and he got caught up in a karmic storm. But I feel like, yeah, that's what I feel like that is. I'm gonna get another deck of cards, you guys, and see if I can read the situation. But it's saying no strings attached. Okay, so with this no strings attached card, what I'm getting right now, I see two things, because I need some money is under here. So maybe this there was some kind of issue that happened with some money. Some kind of issue happened within this karmic. I'm saying multiple stories. Some kind of issue happened with this karmic situation where there was supposed to be no strings attached with getting some money or making some money or passing some money, but it ended up being a deal with the devil and ended up becoming a lesson for the masculine. I'm also saying no strings attached, because if this masculine, another set of masculines who've already gone through that wave, have learned their lessons, then I'm feeling like Pinocchio. I've got no strings to hold me down. There are no strings on me. They're cutting off connections. And that I need some money is the security. I'm insecure. I need security. And I'm feeling like they feeling like this person is that they had chosen before isn't secure. So they're cutting ties with these people. They're realizing and seeing the truth. I'm also seeing divine feminine cutting strings, cutting cords, saying, I'm just, you got too much drama, and I need to work on my money, and I need to work on my life. So it's like all of them, divine feminine is leading them all out of their darkness. If she continues to follow her path, the masculine will see the light moving that he's been following and guiding, and he's going to follow the light. As he follows the light, he's going to pull away from the karmic. She's going to see him as her light going, and she's going to follow the light. Divine feminine is leading all of them into the fifth dimensional energy. They can fight, they can buck, but if they want to go, they're going to follow. So I'm saying detach, so the enemy has nothing to hold on to when grasping for control of you. So there's no strings attached. If the devil is feeling like that, or the enemy, or the darkness, or the karmics, or whatever you want to call them, whatever it is keeping you in a low vibration, whatever keeping you in a dark place, whatever keeping you from elevating and becoming the best version of yourself, whatever it is that's keeping you tied and bound and depressed and oppressed and suppressed, it's grasping at what you think, what it thinks you think is valuable. And if you think things is valuable, then if I take this thing away, will you still believe in God? If I take this thing away, will you still feel confident enough to step over there in faith? And so they're taking things. Well, the solution is if you detach and you own up to whatever you do, and you be accountable for any of your actions, and you be accountable for what you say, and you stand bold as a lion, then what has the power to control you? Nothing. You can't pull a string. You gonna pull my hair? You gonna pull my hair thinking that you're gonna make me go that way? I can cut this off and I can be just as free. You thought I was bound to this? Why? Because there is an attachment. If there's an attachment, there can be a detachment. So what I'm teaching you guys is that if you learn to detach, the control and power that others and things and people, places, situations, officials, official persons, unofficial persons, the power that is perceived to be over you can not exist. It's your power. It's your life. It's your happiness. It's your joy. Cut the strings. No strings attached. 44, 44. And then at the bottom of the deck, I got big dick energy because I'm confident. But yeah, somebody's masculine is really aggressive sexually, because it says I got big dick energy and shut up, let's fuck. So this person is very backed up sexually, and this person is really wanting a feminine. Like, it says I spy on you. So this came over here when I near the karmic section. So the karmic is spying on you. His karmic situation is spying on you. The karmic might be in love with you, but I'm also seeing somebody's divine masculine's karmic is in love with you. So this could mean that they admire you, they respect you, they spy on you, they're obsessed with you, they wish they were you. And they may actually, they may have, there's someone who's also bisexual who is fascinated with divine feminine, that is on her divine masculine's list of people that he knows. Well, that's in his, someone that divine masculine knows, that knows his divine feminine, or knows of, or sees, or watches, if you have a channel or some social media that they follow. They're in love with you, they're obsessed with you, they're bisexual, they don't want the masculine to be with you because they want to be with you. Exactly. It says the karmic has sexual fantasies about you. So the karmic, your divine masculine's karmic is fascinated with you. I'm ashamed of how I acted and treated you. And the karmic is ashamed of how they acted and treated you, because the karmic done fell in love with you. The hell going on here? So, divine feminine, you have turned the masculine's karmic against the masculine because they want you. Like, the masculine's karmic is competing with you. I did not expect that. I want to come back. So you might know this karmic, or might have been friends with this karmic, or you but I'm also seeing that your masculine wants to come back. Masculine wants to come back and say that you're the only one having sex with. They stop having sex with the karmic, but the karmic is fantasizing about you sexually. That's so interestingly twisted. Baby mama, baby daddy drama. So it could be your masculine's baby mama or baby daddy, who is or masculine's energy, could be a female. Baby mama or baby daddy, you drama. This person is divine masculine's karmic is giving them drama because they want you. The masculine wants you, and their karmic wants you. Damn. When I said you had options, you got all the options. You just went all out extra, didn't you? Yeah. I'm gonna get one more card. We're gonna close this out. I said I was gonna explore a situation, but damn. This came out. What it says? Spiritual awakening. So, divine masculines, and I admire your strength. Divine, oh, wow. You're taking them both through a spirit. You're taking all these people through a spiritual awakening. They admire your strength because they watch you. I like what we have right now. You're different. This divine masculine saying the same thing. You are my sunshine. You are the sunshine in my life. So, and right now this person, I feel like the karmic wants to be your friend, and may want to date you. Both the karmic and the masculine want to be your friend and want to date you, but they're not showing their emotions. But somehow or another, if you know the karmic, or you knew the karmic, or If you talk to the karmic, if you had a connection with the karmic, then the karmic fell in love with you. Could not be romantic feelings, or it could just be they fell in love with your spirit. 5 o'clock, well, 5:50 minutes on the clock when I said that. So number 5 represents a radical change. So because it says I feel like I can be myself with you, and this is divine masculine, can be his true self with you. But I'm seeing I'm feeling both energies with the I am obsessed with you from him and the karmic, and I want to be the best version of myself, or the best version of me. I feel like maybe this karmic is watching you and they're imitating you or trying to be the best version of you, trying to improve themselves some kind of way, but it's going on kind of twisty. I'm not really good at stuff like this. Yeah, because she's not really like that. And she might be telling this masculine she wants a baby with them, or that it's because they have a baby together. But I'm saying that the masculine saying, I knew I loved you when I met you. But I feel like this, and that they closing themselves off emotionally from the karmic and asking you to please don't move on from me. The karmic is saying that they are a user. And I'm seeing that karma is teaching them both a lesson. It's really taught everyone a lesson. Because they were a fling situation, and I do see I am bisexual from the karmic. Okay, so I just thought I'd share that information with y'all. Let me get y'all some I'm just letting y'all know what's going on right now, and that's what's going on right now with the energies. Let me put my cards away, y'all. Let me see. What's the potential outcome of this situation, please? What's the potential outcome of this situation? What will divine masculine likely do towards divine feminine? What will divine masculine do towards divine feminine? We got a three of pentacles. He wants to build something or move towards. What divine masculine will do towards the karmic energy towards the karmic. I got a reverse 2 of cups here. So I feel like what he's trying to do is dissolve somehow or another, neutralize this partnership. That's why I'm getting the word neutralize, because I feel like it's a reverse 2 of cups. So I feel like yeah, and the Hierophant is under the deck reversed as well. And I just seen the 9 of Pentacles. He's trying to release himself from a soul contract with this person and be free, single, or release himself from a soul contract with this person so that he can enter the contract with divine feminine. Either way, that's what I see towards the karmic. And because it's also going on with this. Okay, so what is the karmic doing towards divine feminine? What's the karmic's energy towards divine feminine? Predictive energy towards divine feminine. Karmic's energy towards divine feminine. Karmic's energy towards divine feminine, please. Karmic's energy towards divine feminine. 1 card. Karmic's energy towards divine feminine. Karmic's energy towards divine feminine is the Queen of Wands. This is like, I got 2 things here. The Queen of Wands could be that they feel like the divine feminine is very beautiful, very sexy, very, you know, like I told you, they bisexual, and or there's a bisexual karmic that's in love with the feminine. But it's the masculine's maybe baby mama or something like that. Or the but they're associated with the masculine. Whoever this is, they're connected to the masculine. But I'm also seeing that this Queen of Wands is also someone who does spell work, so she might be trying to do some spell work towards divine feminine. I'm seeing at the bottom of the deck, Judgment card in reverse. That is not going to work. Let's see what the karmic's energy towards divine masculine. Karmic's energy towards divine masculine. Karmic's energy towards divine masculine. 1 card only. Karmic's energy towards divine masculine. Karmic's energy towards divine masculine is reverse Knight of Wands. So I feel like the karmic's energy toward divine masculine is at all costs trying to prevent divine masculine from moving forward. Trying to keep them from seeing the light, or trying to keep them from pursuing their passion. So whatever it is they're going to do, they're trying to reverse or slow down the process or progress of the divine masculine. Ace of Cups reversed. They're trying to keep them from pursuing their divine love. Okay, what is divine feminine's energy towards the karmic? Divine feminine's energy towards the karmic is Ace of Wands. I really feel like divine feminine's energy towards the karmic, Ace of Wands, new passionate beginning. The divine feminine's energy is, I'm moving on to my new passionate beginning. I'm really not thinking about this is not an energy towards anybody. This is like, you know, This is my one for me. Ace of Wands, new passion beginning. Divine Feminine's energy. Yeah, Judgment reverse. She doesn't care. Is at the bottom of the deck in reversed again. Divine Feminine's energy towards Divine Masculine. This stood out. This is the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so this is legacy energy. This is family. I feel like Divine Feminine's energy is that I'm moving towards my new passionate beginning. Join me or not, you know, because I'm seeing basically a new passionate beginning in family and legacy. She's going towards her Ten of Pentacles, and I see Divine Masculine going towards his Two of Cups and building. So I feel like they're kind of similar page, and I see I see the Karmic on the energy of kind of just still stuck trying to slow things down. Stuck trying to slow things down. 55 on the clock. I want to look that up, but because that's going to tell you that's not going to change. And the Ten of Cups is here. So yeah, ultimately, very quickly, things are going to progress towards emotional fulfillment. And I feel like this Karmic is going to, everything that this Karmic was sending towards them to cause them burdens is backfiring, and the Karmic is going to be having some sleepless nights, or is having sleepless night, or they're just obsessing about the situation. Now, y'all going to look at this from another perspective, because I only got a few minutes left, and I'm going to give you this perspective. The Karmic person may not necessarily be a bad person. You may just perceive them that way because they're hindering whatever it is you're trying to do. This Karmic person might actually be a Divine Feminine to somebody else. Maybe just in a Karmic situation, and the masculine might be their Karmic. The masculine is giving them hell. Because I feel like they're returning this same toxic energy to each other, because this is what they resonate with each other. But he's coming out of this resignation. He's giving his resignation for the resignation. Resignation for the resignation. So he's no longer resonating with this toxic energy, and so this make her feel like, but we've been together so long, but we've been through this much, and so she's having to deal with this heartbreak and heartache. So this is ultimately teaching her a lesson. But also, I feel like she got some kind of respect for you, because you caused a shift and a change in this person that she could not do. And I feel like it's actually causing her to go through some form of awakening, and to realize that she doesn't want to live her life like this either. So I feel like she's seeing you as an example, even as you move on from your masculine and step out into faith. 57, step out on faith into the unknown. She's saying, if she could do it, I could do it too. And there's the Wheel of Fortune there. So Wheel of Fortune, I feel like it's the Karmic wheel, and then the Two of Wands is here, meaning that the world is your oyster. So everyone is having an opportunity to shift and change their lives at this time, and people could refer to these folks as the Karmic or whatever. And I don't really ever talk about the Karmic in my videos, because people have their personal opinions, and a lot of negative energy comes out whenever I speak about the person that Divine Masculine may be with. But the truth is, Divine Masculine is still resonating with their person, because they're not fully in their divinity at this time. So the truth is, it's just masculine or distorted masculine at the time. And these are all just titles, you guys, just for the sake of the reading, so you can associate with the characters who fits where. But the truth is, we're all just people, and we all have feelings, and we're all going through some things. And who knows, maybe you was the Karmic in somebody else's little story. So don't judge so harshly. Okay? I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. 5919. Check your angel numbers.